Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first official Misfortune podcast live stream.
Oh, we've had live episodes, but
We've had live episodes, but hold on,
we
we'll
ain't
switch
streaming.
it. There we go.
Look at this.
Oh, laggy to start
Look
with.
at
This is the jankiest setup. I just realized.
This or tomfoolery, though, like, you know.
That's true, actually.
Which one will you decide on?
We'll see. No. Okay.
Welcome to
I think the stream's up. Welcome to the first official Misfortune podcast live stream.
No slip-ups allowed.
No slip-ups allowed.
We will be killed.
Apparently, Julius edits things out often, and I don't know this.
We can't say that.
Oh, we can't actually say that. Never mind.
They wouldn't even know. It was so seamless.
We have the very low res Overwatch gameplay in the background.
We did discover this remote play.
Yeah,
shit, but
well, we were gonna have it. It's just
wait,
like
let me pull it
we're
up.
gonna have it as this.
Let me.
This is what it was gonna be like for the entire
Wait,
stream,
let me
and we
pull
were
it
like, no, that looks like shit. So we're gonna do this.
I want to see what this looks like.
Yeah, pull it up on your phone. I'm curious to see. Imagine we
what?
haven't even started. No, because I put it to that a second
Oh,
ago.
okay. Oh, there's a delay.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, this is chunky.
It's the worst.
Well, it's a podcast. So.
Okay, yeah, it's a pod. Whatever.
Oh, what's up, Christian? What's up, Christian? Christian in the chat.
Christian in the chat. Let's go. Yeah. So we just discovered how to live stream.
This is
the official. We are not allowed to fuck up. Because if we do, it's going to be on the permanent. I guess we could delete the VOD.
Yeah,
but that defeats the whole purpose.
Y'all can see my...
Yeah, oh shit, he's getting dogs. Hold on. Maybe I should... No.
Wait, what?
I was about to say try to cover up
No,
your
I don't care about my
fucking
gamer
username.
tag,
Okay.
but my name, it very well may be exposed.
Okay.
We just gotta be
shit.
careful.
No full name.
We gotta
No full
tiptoe.
name.
We gotta
Okay,
tiptoe.
there we go. Well, so this is the official...
Highest quality.
Yeah, the highest fucking quality.
You know what? It's audio. It's audio. You know, just listen.
You don't have to watch it, I guess.
Listen.
It's not... I guess it's not going to really pan out like our normal episodes do.
Queue up.
It's going to be a little bit... All right, we're going to have the highest fucking
The
quality...
people are waiting.
Highest quality Overwatch gameplay in the background. So pretty much the way this is going to work, we were going to stream when the new year actually came, but that would be miserable, I think. Well, not miserable. Oh my god, look at how laggy it is! That's fucking amazing!
It is. That is kind of optimal, though. This is what we want.
It's so funny because your TV looks so good, and then you look at oh shit. Then you look at the
This is amazing. This is almost equivalent to tomfoolery.
This is almost as bad as
with the quality.
We were going to stream when like the new year actually came, but like that we didn't want to do that because we want to be outside, like see fireworks and shit. So, but pretty much what we're gonna do here today is we're going to go through our
catch up on some shit that Caden's watched recently.
Yeah, and then we're kind of gonna go through our top shit of the year. Obviously, it changed up a little bit this year.
It did.
Less anime.
Way less anime. Like, we literally had 1 or 2 anime a month last year.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it was.
And I watched 7 anime this year.
So. But.
God, that makes me.
So
makes me sound like a fucking loser. I only watched 7 anime this year.
Only 7 anime. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of go through our top stuff. We are still gonna have anime, so we're doing our top live action shows ranked. We did watch some different things, so it might not be even like the same number of entries on the list. Yeah, but
there'll be some overlap though.
Yeah, for sure. But we're gonna do our top live action shows, our top anime shows. Someone just launched outside.
Someone just busted out there.
Our top 10 movies overall. So we typically do 4, but there just isn't as much to talk about this year.
Yeah,
I don't think because of the music arc, which is not bad by any means.
No, I love the music arc.
Yeah. Other than the inconvenient timing of the Kanye episode.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
But it is what it is. So we're gonna be going through our top stuff. Yeah.
Are we doing it?
I think we are.
What
are we starting with? Probably shows.
We can do shows.
Yeah, live action.
Live action?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So, How many live action shows did you watch this year?
I have 6.
You have 6, so I have 7.
Mm.
Because of the Disney Plus shilling.
Oh, fuck me.
Of course. So, should I just go ahead and get... No, I'll start. I'll start.
Get into it.
With mine. So, I had 7, he had 6. My number 7 is She-Hulk. I watched the entirety of the show. So when I first watched it, I was like, this isn't that bad. Like, I feel like people are talking about it a little bit too much. And I still don't think it's near as bad as everyone was talking about. But, like, it's not good. by any means.
Did you say it had, like, a weird-ass, like, Evangelion type ending?
It wasn't, like... It just gave the same vibes as Evangelion. Like, it wasn't anything like Evangelion's, but they, like... She went and, like, walked through, like, Marvel Studios or something like that. And then, I don't know.
I mean, my point is... I guarantee Miss Marvel could not have been any worse.
Really?
Why did you not watch Miss Marvel?
Because I'm not into it, and it's PG, and that's lame.
Oh. And they changed her powers.
God, they're really gonna put me in the same fucking map. I mean, like it wasn't bad. It wasn't awful, but by no means was it good.
Bottom tier Disney Plus media.
Yeah, it was definitely the worst thing that Disney Plus has put out thus far. And I mean, like, you've seen the clips. Like, it's not.
I mean, I only saw Megan Thee Stallion and Hulk saying "bruh," so
it was.
That was pretty much
it was a fever dream. The entire thing was a fever dream, and I'm kind of surprised that they did it the way that they did. Not that it's bad, I don't think, but like, I don't know. It was just interesting. Wasn't personally completely for me, but it wasn't the worst thing.
I'm not planning on watching any Disney Plus media, so
this
is for the viewers.
That's a shame.
This recommendation is for the viewers.
All right. So you're starting off with your number 6. What's your number 6?
My number 6 was Ozark. The final season happened this year. I love Ozark. It got better with each season. The last season was not very good. It was boring as fuck. And I did like the ending, kind of. It sort of had a dark conclusion that I kind of enjoyed, but it was just kind of... It was underwhelming. Because it was split up into 2 parts, since every fucking show wants to do that nowadays for some reason.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the second half was just, like, really fucking boring. Like, not enthralling like a Breaking Bad, which it's been compared to, although it's kind of hard to live up to that. But,
right.
I don't know, it's cool. I still like the show overall. It was just the final season was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
So that's my number 6.
See, that's interesting, because I hear a lot of people say, like, really good things about it. Like, holy shit.
Did you hear anyone talk about it after the last season came out, though?
My dad was like, yeah, it's a little bit, like, disappointed, but he was like, it's nowhere on the level of, like, a Game of Thrones, like people say about that, or anything like that. So, I don't know.
Game of Thrones is pretty bad, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, what's your number 6?
So, my number 6 is Moon Knight. So, this is kind of a by default entry, because I really liked Moon Knight. I thought Moon Knight was awesome.
Okay.
That's my favorite superhero before it came out.
Respectable.
It's not for the clout.
Yeah. This is not a clout pick.
No. But it was very interesting how they handled the situation. Anyways, it was very interesting how they handled the situation with, you know, his mental illness and how they figured out how to describe it, and it ended up being like super cool, super interesting how they did it, and it was I think the worst part of it for me was Ethan Hawke's character.
I was about to say Ethan Hawke looked cheesy.
He's looking a little wacky in that, honestly.
He's been putting in work recently though.
Oh,
you see that Winston?
Yes,
Winston just clipped to the fucking floor.
But I mean, that's not to say that it's bad. It just, there were some really good parts of it. It was almost, it kind of played out like an Indiana Jones in a weird way.
Only complaint I heard about it was that like the CGI was
the
good
CGI, but it's weird because the CGI was good all throughout the show, and then at like the last episode, it was looking a little wacky.
Mm.
But there was this part where he was like, they were like spinning the sky or whatever, and it looked really cool. There's no fucking way.
Oh yeah, that I saw that part. That part was cool.
But yeah, there were some absolutely very, very good parts of the show. My one, I think probably the biggest complaint other than Ethan Hawke is, which that's not to say that his acting is bad. His acting is good. I just think that they wrote the character in like a very strange way.
Yeah.
The one complaint other than that is that there's not enough moon knighting. I think,
which is
like,
weird because you said there's gonna be nothing after this. Like this is a standalone thing, right?
That's what they say, but they've also
said this about everything.
Oscar Isaac is kind of implying that that's not.
No, yeah, he discussed his teasing abilities.
Yeah, so you never know. It's quite possible that it's coming back, and honestly, I feel like it probably is going to. We'll just have to see though.
We'll see.
So, but yeah.
My number 6. I don't know if this counted because it's a documentary.
Number 5?
Or number 5, yeah. I don't know if this counted, but I put Genius.
Genius.
It is a live action show.
That's technically true.
It is a documentary.
I didn't know you were counting that.
Look,
otherwise,
okay.
I would put it in.
I needed more stuff. Okay, that's I included it.
That's fair.
It's a very good documentary. If you're a Kanye fan, which I mean I would understand if you weren't at this point, but if you enjoyed the man's music, I think it is a very interesting look into how he made the college dropout.
It is, yes.
A lot of people say it drops off in the 3rd episode, but I think a lot of people overlook the fact that it's Cootie's story too. It's not just Kanye's. And if you're willing to look at it from that angle, then I think you'll really enjoy it. Although the last episode is kind of depressing. Other than the Madison Square Garden shit, that shit was dope. But everything else is just like you're watching the descent of this man.
Right.
And now he's fallen completely off the map pretty much. Apparently he's like nobody's seen him. And, like,
yeah, I heard that he like disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. But
So you never really know.
hopefully he's in album mode.
Hopefully. Although honestly, I kind of hope that he's just like recuperating.
Yeah,
his
probably.
Mental health also.
No, I was speaking from the Kanye fan base.
Yeah, there you go.
Get him off the meds. We want the best album possible.
His true self. Damn, people falling off the map everywhere. All right, so my number 5 is Stranger Things.
That's my number 4.
Oh,
Number
okay.
3. Wait, why do I have 5? Why did I put 6? Whatever. Fuck it. That's my 3.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know, because whenever I'm watching Stranger Things, whenever the seasons are out, I'm like, God, this show's really good. And then I'll kind of look back on it, and it's like, there's some iffy parts that I'm not.
Do you think the culture surrounding it kind of
Probably.
throws you off?
Because it's like everyone is like, this is peak.
Everybody sucks its dick a little much.
Yeah, just a little bit. But that is not to say that it's a bad. I mean, it's my number 5. You know,
I thought the Vecna shit was like
Vecna
some of the best
really
writing the show
good.
had so far. I thought it was really fucking good.
Yeah. I think this is definitely the darkest one, and I think they've kind of had an issue with making the show a little bit too dark. Like they're always like it's always like pretty dark, but this like definitely took it to the next level, 100%.
I mean, yeah.
And so, but yeah, I really like that. The Vecna shit, obviously, like you said, that was like some of the best writing the show has ever had.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, it was just overall it
was
satisfied
really
me. I'm not so sure about the core part that literally every show ever is doing now.
the second core of Stranger Things.
Yes, because it's like. Okay,
and I didn't even think it was necessarily justified.
Right.
Because I was like, that had me really anticipating the ending, and then when it ended up just being, pretty good, I was like, oh damn, why did I have to wait for that?
Yeah, and it was like in the episode, just split it up. You do not need to make, what was it, 2.5 hours, or was it an hour and a half episode or something?
It was. I want to say you're right. It was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, like the Stranger Things movie did not need that.
That makes me wonder how long the next fucking one's gonna be, though. Honestly,
that's true. And I mean, there's still. Is there 1 season or 2 seasons left?
The next one's the last one.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We're done after this, which is crazy because I mean, I just forget about Stranger Things every time the next season's about to come out,
That's true.
So it's like I have to like ease back in to watching and remembering all the characters.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a time skip in IRL time skip.
Yeah, dude.
between
Fucking Will in
seasons.
season 4. Oh my god.
Yeah. But it is what it is. So, but overall, it was a very solid show, and I think this is by far the best season.
I agree.
All right. So, what is your number 4 now? I guess.
Or my number.
Something.
My number 2.
There you have it.
I fucked up my list.
Somehow you.
My number 2 is The Boys.
Really?
Which, I mean,
okay, that's fair.
That pretty much spoils what my number 1 is, but The Boys was very solid. I'm not gonna lie, I thought season 3 was a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
A lot of people hyped it up, including fucking Herogasm, dude. I saw everyone fucking.
Yeah.
Herogasm's the fucking craziest thing you'll ever see in your life.
It is crazy, but in comparison to some things that we see now, it's like.
Or some of the shit in the actual show.
That's true, actually, honestly.
Like, there's that one scene where, what's her name? Popclaw just sits on this fucking dude's head while he's eating her fucking ass, and she crushes dude's head. And it's like, alright, I mean, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that is a little much. I mean, I don't know. It was good. I guess it's your show. It's your...
I personally like season 2 the most.
I think that's definitely fair. I would say so too.
The finale was just crazy with Stormfront and everyone fucking fighting and fucking his son, you know, him getting back his son. Just everything in season 2 was fucking crazy. But
yeah,
it's a very solid show. I have an Invincible bias, unfortunately, but
that's true,
and that's coming out soon, so I'm excited. But The Boys was very good. It lived up to the hype.
Interesting. All right, so my number 4 is also The Boys.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much took what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that's about exactly how I feel about it too. So, all right, are you done with? Oh, well, you're number 1.
My number 1's Euphoria, and listen,
deserving 100%.
I hear so many people shit on the show though. Is the crazy part. There's a lot of people complaining about like the plot and like inconsistencies and like why were certain characters treated this way. And I'm not gonna lie, I would probably wager the production on that show is a little haphazard, just based on some of the writing decisions.
Yeah.
But I still think for what it is, it's like a really good piece of like showing not a realistic picture. I don't posit that Euphoria is necessarily realistic, but I think it's just very good as like a dramatic piece.
Well, I can see scenarios like the ones being presented in the show.
Yeah, no, that's not to say. I'm not saying that it's all completely like unrealistic, but like there's certain plot points where it's like, all right, we're inflating this a little bit for television, but I mean Zendaya is a fucking amazing actor. I mean everyone on that show is honest to God like really good.
Legitimately,
I'm glad Mac Miller came back for one last role and.
Yep.
Great show.
Yeah.
Jolly good show.
All right. Well, so you're out.
I'm out.
You misnumbered somehow.
I don't know what happened.
My number 3 pick is Andor.
Andor what?
Dude, I was fucking dying when I was editing the episode. And you're like, those are my pronouns. Andor is so fucking good. So, oh shit, we lost.
You ain't tapped in, it's alright.
Yeah, that's true. Andor is so good. So, for the longest time, I thought Rogue One was the worst Star Wars movie.
Wait, you thought that?
I hated Rogue
One.
Shout out to
said that. PP247, by the way.
Shout out. I said that, and I don't think that I really knew what that meant. But I rewatched I rewatched Rogue One before starting Andor, and it's the best Star Wars movie, in my opinion.
I haven't seen it since I saw it in fucking theaters.
2016.
It's been that's a long
time. While.
All I remember was fucking Forrest Whitaker.
Look out! But yeah, Rogue One is so good, and it's probably one of my favorite endings to a movie ever. Because spoilers for Rogue One for those who haven't seen it, everyone fucking dies.
Everyone dies
at the end, and I don't know. There's something about that. Like, people now are too afraid to make a movie where it does that, and it's so.
Which
good.
They can kind of do that because it's like a prequel,
right? Yeah,
you got all these bitches who never show up in the main series, but still, I was surprised they had the balls to do that.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, yeah, it really was so fucking good. And then I watched Andor, and Andor is debatably better. Like
I've heard it's like not even like Rogue One, really.
no,
It's
it's
kinda
not.
different.
It's a completely because Rogue One's fun. Andor is just like it's fun in a way, but it's like a very realistic look at what Star Wars would look like. I mean, it's mainly about. So Andor essentially is about Cassian Andor, who was one of the main characters in Rogue One.
Yeah, Diego Luna.
And just kind of his beginnings, and like he comes up from like nothing, just like being a guy who just steals shit, to somehow making it into a rebel, and it's like such an interesting look at the Empire side of shit and how like they run. It's like a very political show, which is not at all what
Politics
I
and Star Wars.
I mean, Star Wars has always been a political show. Like,
No, it fucking hasn't.
Like,
It's been
let's
about
not lie.
Chewbacca fucking blasting Stormtrooper in the fucking face.
sure,
Sure, Bell.
but I mean, this just takes it to this is like outwardly so. Did that person just ping that they're in trouble and fucking skirmish?
You know, one of the things I just remembered about Rogue One that I had completely forgotten about is fucking digital Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yes.
Does that hold up? I know you watched it
No.
recently. Does it not?
Unfortunately, it does not really, in my opinion. That's just me. Maybe it's because I've seen like some fucking amazing CGI in my time.
Yeah.
Especially from Star Wars itself.
That Darth Vader scene though.
Yeah, the
That
Darth
had me
Vader shit.
busting in the theater. not gonna lie.
Honestly, like, and I watched it this time, and I like it was my grandpa's first time watching it, and he's the biggest Star Wars fan. Like, he saw the original one in theaters and shit. Like, you can tell he was busting in
Because
that.
he can finally go all out. Like
Really,
in the previous movies, he was just kind of like an old dude swinging around a stick,
Yeah.
but now he's fucking chopping bitches up.
yeah, it is incredibly good. But Andor is just it's such a fucking good show. It has some of the best writing of any show I've ever seen. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
What's up? What's up next?
All right, so my number 2 pick is Euphoria. Euphoria, again, some of the best writing I've ever seen. Some of the best acting, honestly, that I've ever seen. And from a bunch of, like, I don't want to call them no names, but, like...
Eric Dane.
Like, I've never seen most of the people in it. And they're all so good.
They are.
Like, literally every single actor in the show is so good. And it had me, like, more than anything, it had me locked in. Because we binge-watched part 1, really. And then part 2, did we start after part 2? I think we started watching after part 2. Or I had, at least.
I think I'd started watching, or I'd finished watching once season 2, episode 4 was out.
Yeah.
So I was like halfway through.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, it was fucking awesome. And it was probably one of the most enjoyable TV show watches I've had of all time.
That's what I love the most about it. It's just entertaining.
Yeah, and it really it knows how to mess with you and your emotions, and like it can be a really dark show at times.
I'm just waiting to see because apparently this next season Rue's out of high school, so I don't know what's gonna happen there. Like, especially since she had all that she owed that like drug lord all that shit.
That's true.
It's like,
yeah.
What's she gonna do?
Maybe this is a downfall story.
Downward spiral.
Yes.
We'll see.
I'm gonna let him spin. But yeah, I mean, just Euphoria overall was just one of the most fun watches I've ever had in my entire life.
So number 1.
So my number 1 is Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, you
completely
forgot
forgotten
about
about Gilligan.
Better Call Saul is probably the best TV show I've ever seen. The best live action.
Better than Breaking Bad.
I don't know, because it's been a long time since I've seen Breaking Bad.
You don't just casually rewatch Breaking Bad.
No, you do not. Which I honestly, so I rewatched pretty much all of, well, I say rewatch. So I hadn't watched like season 5 and maybe season 4 of Better Call Saul ever, because I stopped watching it for some reason. I think the seasons weren't out at the time. There it is, baby.
Harken's back.
But it was a watch, and then I got to see season 6 as it was airing, and it was so good. Like, really, it was so good.
I heard some people.
I don't like the very ending.
Yeah, I don't know what percentage that is, but like apparently there was a group of people who didn't like that, like the very end.
Yeah,
Was it like you kind of have to think about it to get it, or?
No, it's just like they go off well, I'm not going to spoil it at all, but like, it wasn't the ending that people expected. And I was getting confused on like, I was thinking I don't really like the ending when really that was just my case. I didn't expect how they ended it. And I'm able to appreciate it, I think, now a lot more than I was at the time. But yeah, it is just so good. Better
Call Saul. Completely slipped my mind.
Yeah.
Just wait for Slip and Jimmy now.
Fuck that. No, ain't nobody watching Slip and Jimmy.
The best Gilligan property.
The animated fucking show.
Now
and what I'm happy
now on AMC Plus.
And what I'm happy about is Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould. Peter Gould? They were like, yeah, we're done. They were like, yeah, we're done. Like, we're not making anything else in the verse.
That's good.
Which I'm really happy that they can just straight up say that.
I don't need anything else. And El Camino exists. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I wanted to rewatch that for a little while, but...
Solid picture.
That is a solid picture. So, those are our best shows of the year. Live action shows. Now perhaps we should do best anime.
Anime?
I think so. I think we should say movies for last.
Alright, let's get into it.
So, how many anime did you watch? Not much.
I watched...
You were skimping on the anime this year.
6.
Okay.
6 anime.
And I watched... I was a tactical
Maneuvers.
Escape. I watched 8.
Okay. All right,
so I don't know what I watched that you didn't.
You'll start. You can start with the bottom 2.
So, my number 8 was Tsukihime, or the technical title, Lunar Legend Tsukihime. Now this show, I'm, huge Type Moon fan. This show, everyone says, do not watch this. Like, all the Tsukihime fans
and yet,
are
like,
Caden
did.
Don't fucking watch this. It is not a faithful adaptation. And I did it anyways, because that's what I do. I have to watch every Type Moon property.
Collecting. He's a collector.
And I have to say, for how bad people said it was, it really wasn't that bad. Like, and I feel like people say the same thing about the original Fate Stay Night, although I discovered a fan base for that recently. It really was not that bad. Now, was it good? No. But it's like, it's not good, as far as I know, because I didn't play Tsukihime. I know pretty much the bare minimum about it before I watched the anime.
Right.
And I kind of do still now, honestly. But I think it's just not good because it very much plays out like a 2000s show.
Yeah, not like kind of dated.
Yeah. And less because the actual story is bad. I think the story is fine, honestly.
Right.
And like there are routes, and they only
did they change anything or
not that I know of. They just animated the most simple route, which like apparently nothing really happens in it in the original game.
Yeah.
So
is it like a Fate situation where it's like each route is like a different like girl?
Yeah, except there are like 9 or 10 routes.
Oh shit.
Something like that. There's one for...
Is there one for Jock Emiya?
No. No, that's... Oh, well, he's in that, too. There's a different version of Emiya on, like, everything.
Everything.
There's one for him in Tsukihime. There's one for him in fucking...
That's other
Kara no
Emiya,
Kyokai?
Other Emiya.
Yes. There's so many. But no.
All I'll say is the remake opening's clear. That's all I'll say.
The remake opening looks pretty fucking amazing.
Imagine if that were the show. Like that'd be fucking.
Imagine
crazy.
if. But yeah, the show was alright. Wasn't anything crazy.
Number 7. What do you got?
My number 7. Look at him tank that, dude.
Like this is fucking ridiculous.
My number 7 is Ergo Proxy.
I thought that was going to be at the bottom, but I had completely forgotten Tsukihime existed, so...
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with Ergo Proxy.
You didn't get it.
It drags on so much, and that show does not, for any reason...
Does not slow down.
Need to be 24 episodes. For any reason whatsoever. There's absolutely no reason why it should be 24 episodes.
Big think.
But it is, and, it's whatever. But the issue that I think I had
people ride the show
with that one is people ride the show. People are comparing the show to Evangelion.
All right.
And I'm like, there's absolutely no possible chance. Like, show make you think Evangelion. That's pretty much about as far as the connection goes between the two. But it wasn't bad. I think if I were to watch it now and have a little bit more patience, knowing what happens, have a little bit more patience with it, I would probably like it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But the first half drags so... The first half drags so fucking badly. And it's like, it's just not enjoyable to watch. And also, it's the darkest show I've ever seen, like, visually.
Right.
Like, absolutely...
It sounds some Snyder shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's impossible to see anything in that show.
What about the opening, though? Isn't the opening peak?
The opening. Opening's fine.
Who does that again?
No name.
Oh.
Radiohead does the ending.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, somebody did something.
Yeah, Radiohead does the ending.
Radiohead didn't make it for that, though, right? They just...
I don't think so, but I think it came out around the same time. So I don't... Who knows?
Fact check. Fact check.
Yeah.
Alright.
But, yeah, it's fine.
I guess I'll get into...
You come in
my number 6. My number 6, I have 7 Deadly Sins. This isn't to suggest the show is bad. This was a random watch, honestly. It was on Netflix one day. My little brother watches it, so I was just like, yeah, fuck it, let's watch this shit. And it was okay. Season 1 had some very enjoyable, like, sort of nostalgic moments, or moments that I felt like, oh, I'll probably come back to the show and watch it randomly. But I actually didn't finish it because after the season I was on, apparently, it severely drops in quality. So I've considered reading the manga. I've considered just not finishing it ever. I don't know. It's kind of in a...
It's in
limbo right now.
Yeah.
But from what I did see, it was pretty good. There are a few weird... kinks to the show in more ways than one. The main character's a little odd, and a lot of the relationships in the show are a little bit questionable.
Oh.
But it's anime, and I thought, the fights were fun, and I thought the dynamics were fun. So
yeah.
It's a weird show, but I did enjoy it.
Right. There you go.
What's your number 6?
All right. Well, my number 6 is Hellsing Ultimate. That's not to imply that it's bad. Again, same thing as... Because I'm in my 8 out of 10 now. Hellsing... It was pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of, like, the first... So Hellsing Ultimate, the way it works, it's like somewhere between 7 or 10... I think it's 10 episodes, and they're each an hour long. It's very interesting how they do it. And it's not technically an OVA. I don't know if it ever aired on TV anywhere. But it's anime's kind of been progressively getting darker and darker and more like graphic. That's one of the earliest like super graphic shows I've ever seen. Like it's pretty bad at some points. But it's very interesting. It's not like any other anime that I've ever seen. It's very like gothic is the best way I guess to describe it. And it's like the plot of it is there are vampires essentially in the world. And the most well-known or powerful one of them is Alucard, who's pretty much immortal, and he's indebted to what's his name? Van Helsing's granddaughter, and she reawakens him, and then there starts to be problems with the Nazis coming back. Nazis come back and they make Nazi vampires, and it's about as goofy as it sounds, but they know that it's
That's
goofy.
funny. There's so much media. Like, I mean, I know I've heard people talk about Nazis in the occult, but like there is so much media with Nazis doing weird shit with zombies. What's that about?
Yeah, that is. I
think there's conspiracy theories about that, but
probably I wouldn't be surprised. But it's really interesting. It wasn't bad by any means. It was a very interesting show, very very fun watch.
I watched the first episode with you.
Yes.
Was the because there was kind of some whiplash like tonal things where like they'll just like blip into funny moments.
That's the worst issue I think the show has is there are really bad tone problems.
Yeah.
Where it'll be like completely serious. So a main character dies, and they immediately go into funny moments. And I'm like, what? You've been like hyping this person up for the entire series and they just died, and now it's like funny.
Strange.
Yeah, but it was interesting. It was an interesting watch.
My number 5 is Initial D.
Yeah. No, I didn't see it for the first time.
I didn't start it this year, but I did finish it this year. I wasn't expecting to like Initial D as much as I did. I mean, it ranks low, but I still like. That's another show that I'm like actually thinking about rewatching. You know, I enjoyed so much. I mean, we talked about it all on one of our episodes. I think it's really fun. I really like Takami's character arc.
Yes.
Which stage was my favorite? I can't remember. I think
fourth,
third or fourth was my
fourth.
favorite.
I thought I remembered you liking. So fourth, honestly, it rose a lot for me.
Because, a lot of good shit in there.
Yeah, fourth at first I didn't really like the first time I watched it, but I ended up really liking upon rewatch.
Yeah.
My personal favorite's third, I think. Well, no,
Third
first is kind of unrivaled.
First is good. I do enjoy first.
Why did I just do that? Oh.
Hold on.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I mean, I love
Initial D is a banger.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to Motherfucker Ghost.
Motherfucker Ghost! MF Ghost, for those who don't know what we're talking about.
Yes.
It's the sequel.
The rally.
Yeah, the sequel that has characters from Initial D, but takes place like 20 years in the future or something.
Right. It's the Boruto of Initial D.
Yeah, that is finally getting animated.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, we lagging.
Oh, no.
Oh, we lagging right now. Holy shit.
All right. Y'all enjoy?
I hope the stream doesn't go out.
Wait.
No, the stream's not going to go out, but this is going to go out.
It literally stopped.
Damn.
That's crazy.
It looks like we going on without Overwatch gameplay.
Wait, nothing.
No, the stream's still up.
The stream's up?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Don't dox me.
But yeah, Initial D is a classic.
Oh, there we go.
It's
getting goofy. This is what a lot of us day one Overwatch 2 players had to experience.
That's true. For those who don't play Overwatch,
immersive.
For those who don't play Overwatch,
Good
don't
on you.
start now. But yeah.
Wait, did you do your number 5?
No. Okay. So I'm on number 5 right now. So my number 5 that I watched was Durarara. Hold on, I gotta put the PS gameplay back up. There we go.
Don't dox me.
Oh shit.
I've been doxed.
You have been doxed? It's fine.
It's just Christian in the chat.
I should have known. Sorry. But what was I talking about?
You're talking about
Dur. So I watched Durarara.
Yes.
Which it was a very interesting watch. You refused to watch the show.
I saw the first 2 episodes.
And you refused to watch.
I wasn't into it. I'm gonna be honest.
Really? That's interesting.
Even though it's Bakano. Even though it's Bakano 2.
That's true. No, yeah, it kind of is.
Same dude.
Yeah, it is the same guy. Which, you know what I found out? The dude who did the light novel for Dur wrote Fate Zero.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
And
the web expands.
And Dur and Bakano.
That makes perfect sense.
And I was
That's why it was peak.
What? And so, but yeah. So, yeah, I watched it. It was honestly really good. It had, I think, the middle portions of it weren't so good.
Right.
Was
it 3 seasons or something?
It was 4, but after the first season, none of them ended up being more than 24 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's really interesting storytelling how they do it. It's very much like shit happens, and then they go back in time and say that this happens, and then this happens, and it's just like it's told out of
Non-linear.
completely out of chronological order. But yeah, so yeah, but honestly, it was a super good show. But like I said, I mean, I think the middle seasons were probably the weakest parts. But the first season, which was the only one animated by Brain's Base,
Brain is base.
which are the same people who did Bacano, is really good. Obviously, because that's like the original plot, and then it's kind of continued, which a lot of people don't like how it is continued.
Right.
But like it's part of the manga, so I don't really know.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So yeah, good.
That's dirt.
That's dirt. That's all I gotta say.
What the fuck is
Oh
my
my
number 4? My number 4 is Attack on Titan.
Really?
This season, this season had one, maybe two, I can't remember, 1 or 2 peak episodes.
Yeah.
I wasn't in love with the rest.
Really?
There was some good action. No, don't get me wrong. The battle was dope. I thought the ending was kind of, I don't know. Wasn't my preference this season.
Yeah.
I thought it was good though.
Interesting. All right.
Next.
Well, my number 4
Proceed.
that you fucking refuse to watch is Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh, I watched.
You watched 3 episodes.
I did. I just thought it was mid. Okay, it's
interesting. Interesting look. Interesting take.
I mean, I'll probably finish it at some point.
It's too late
It's
now.
10
the
episodes.
cloud's gone. So
I don't
there's no
care about
point.
the fucking clout.
You should.
All right? I'm not a clout goblin.
You should be. No, I mean it really was fucking awesome. And like
A cyberpunk tie-in.
I think
What
one
do you
of the
guys-
biggest reasons why it is so good is because absolutely no one had hope in it.
Yeah,
Because it's like we always used to joke about, it's corporate sanctioned media.
absolutely.
Like, and so, but like no one had hope in it, and then it ended up being super fucking good. Some of the best animation I think I've ever seen Trigger.
Trigger's
have.
back, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what did they do last? Like fucking Kiz Niver sequel or something? Or,
something like that. I don't.
some mech anime.
BNA probably. I think
BNA,
actually. But yeah, I mean, it was just awesome. Like, I don't think any one thing excelled.
Mm.
It was just, oh my
Ooh,
god, lagging on the
goofy.
low right now. My controller's still vibrating. Oh, there we go.
It is. The
Um,
clusterfuck.
this is part of the,
Silento!
it's part of the clusterfuck episode. I don't think any one part excelled. Like the animation was great, the soundtrack was great. It had a very, very sad ending.
That's what I heard. Sad boy.
The dub is fucking awesome because they're allowed to say fuck,
Oh yeah.
and John Carlo's in it.
It's very explicit.
It is
Anime.
extremely explicit, relatively
You
speaking.
got women jizzing into the camera in episode 1.
Yep. Completely forgot about that. But no, it's a fucking awesome show. So,
Number 3
hmm,
is
hmm,
the famous
yes.
Chainsaw Man.
That's also my number 3.
Okay. I mean, it's an issue for me because for some reason the story, like,
No.
the story doesn't hit. Oh,
There we go. I won't dox you this time.
I've already been doxxed. It's already out there.
Shit.
It's on the dark net, Caden.
Oh, not go bad.
My kidney's gonna be on a table somewhere here pretty soon.
Maybe.
I think it was well adapted. The story just didn't hit for me this time for some reason. I've already read the manga.
Yes.
I kind of just watched it from a very cold perspective, where it was like, this was a well done version of the manga story. Because I already think the manga was very well done in terms of like the sort of the presentation and the pacing and everything.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, I mean, the thing is, like, it's just kind of weird because a lot of the they put a lot of passion into this.
That's true.
Like,
Absolutely.
even the most random slice of life moments have like really good animation.
Yeah.
What did you think of those?
So I really liked it. There were some lulls for sure. Like,
but you wouldn't think in a 12-episode show.
No, not at all. But there were definitely some. There were some stronger parts and there were some weaker parts. But overall, I think it was really good. The characters are fucking awesome. They're some of the greatest characters.
We know who your goat is.
Yes, the goat, Aki. The characters are fucking amazing. One thing I did like is they aren't at all afraid to hold back on like sadder parts.
Yes.
Or even, I mean, what's it called? Oh shit, that's not how that works. Even, I mean, it's just a very dark show, honestly, and like,
it is a much
like,
more.
People are complaining about the animation. Like, let's not.
Who is complaining about the animation? Because like, okay, only thing I have with animation is I think Chainsaw Man looks weird.
Sometimes it does.
And I've seen people say, well, it's not CGI. They animated it to be 2D to look CGI. So don't you appreciate the skill? And it's like, yeah, but
right,
he looked kind of weird sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Speaking of weird,
what the fuck's going on right now?
This is fucking Overwatch creepy.
Oh my god,
right now,
bro. Overwatch is down bad.
OW is down bad currently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the animation for Chainsaw Man himself was only really not amazing 100% the first episode. I think after that it got good.
Yeah. No, I agree. There were a lot more moments where I was like, although there was sometimes moments where I was low-key wishing like that one scene where Denji's fighting that one devil, and it's just like, it's not him in his chainsaw form, but it's just him like shirtless with his like fucking his jean shorts and his shoes, and I was like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I think overall it was a very good show and it had some excellent storytelling.
It's kind of crazy to me how much hype it's getting though. Like, it's getting next level.
That's true.
Like, I hear everyone talking about this shit.
Yeah.
It's not undeserving, but.
Oh shit, did it disconnect again? It did.
You know what?
We might just be switching to this, honestly. It might go back. Yeah, I think it might switch to the Misfortune podcast fucking thing.
Are we doing this?
I think we is. There you go. You can have the timer.
I'm so sorry you can't see our epic gameplay
That
anymore.
sucks, dude. But no, I think Chainsaw Man was fucking awesome. So on to number 2.
Number 2.
You go ahead and say your number 2.
My number 2. I never thought I'd say this in my life. Demon Slayer.
Ain't no fucking way!
Oh way!
Dude,
Way!
No!
And there's nothing intellectual to it. It was just fire. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
The fights were dope. Big, pretty.
Oh my god!
Banger season. I mean, Demon Slayer's already been redeemed in my mind by Mugen Train.
Redeemed.
Well, it was mid as fuck the first season. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I just thought it was amazing this season. It's a fireworks show, and I've accepted it to be as such. I mean, quite literally, Tengen utilizes fireworks, yes. But I don't know. I just kind of accepted it for what it is.
Yeah.
And I've finished Demon Slayer. I've read the manga, and there could be even better points.
Really? I didn't know you read the manga.
I did read the manga. It was pretty good.
Was it?
I appreciated how the mangaka was just like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm not gonna do this for 20 years, I'm done, and ended it while kind of quickly.
Wasn't it a woman who did it?
Speculation, but yeah. I'd like to think it's a woman. Yeah, nobody knows, but I'd like to think it's a woman because we need more female mangakas.
That's true.
But,
absolutely. Oh my god, this dude.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is another one of those I never fucking thought I'd say this, but Bleach is coming in at number 2.
Oh, Bleach and
and 1,000 Year Blood War
packaged together.
Which, so unfortunately, I'm not gonna talk 100% about Bleach because we were supposed to have. So we uploaded the Kanye episode 2 days ago now.
Yes.
2 or 3 days ago. I was supposed to be able to So we have a Bleach episode that's completely finished editing. I went to go and export it, and there was a 37-hour wait time on the export. And it just like I tried to leave it going for as long as possible, but eventually I had to quit it because we were gonna stream.
Yeah.
And my computer can't handle that. But I watched Bleach. The Bleach episode I would say it'll be out by the time this goes up, but this is a live stream.
Yeah.
It'll be up probably here in the next couple of days. But Bleach was it completely took me by surprise. The original show in and of itself, like, complete surprise. It had some great points. It had some slower points. I skipped filler. But it had some fucking amazing points.
I never asked you what your thoughts on the last sort of parts were. Like, what'd you think of the
Fullbring?
No, what'd you think of like the ending of Arrancar and like and Fullbring? Yeah.
Does it end?
Arrancar?
How does Arrancar end?
Ichigo beating Aizen.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, pretty much.
That fight was so good.
That shit
and
was
when
heat.
Uruhara pulled up, I was like, oh, fuck.
And Aizen's giving his fucking speech.
Yes. I was waiting for that fool to snap the entire show when he finally did it.
So satisfying.
And Aizen really is, like, such a good villain. Like, he's fucking amazing. I think the shit with Gin was fucking awesome at the end.
Oh, yeah.
He finally
Gin's your boy.
Himself. Bro, he should have came back. Don't kill that
Just
fool.
wait till the Hell arc. He will be back.
That's never happening. That's not real.
It'll happen when everyone stops talking about it.
Maybe, I suppose so. But no, I mean, Bleach was fucking awesome. But then the cherry on top that peaked it was 1,000 Year Blood War.
Woo!
And we'll talk about that, I guess, 2 episodes from now, technically.
Yeah.
It'll be episode 36. Episode 35 is the Bleach episode. But 1,000 Year Blood War is peak. Like, it genuinely is amazing. Like, top of 9 could be argued for a 10.
Ooh.
Honest to God.
Okay, wait. What did you think of the Fullbring arc?
Okay, so Fullbring, it was I call it the refresher arc.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it is not bad. It was very interesting how they did it. It was very random how it almost felt like a filler arc, but I don't even mind because I don't think it was bad.
You also met the baddest bitch in Bleach.
Yes.
Riruka.
Well, maybe not baddest.
Personal taste.
Really? You think so? But she is 100% up there.
No,
Top 5, 100%.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Yeah. But Bleach is just fucking amazing. And I don't want to go into it too much because we'll talk about it next couple of episodes.
Why am I forgetting what your possible number 1 could be? Why am I forgetting? My number 1 is Mob Psycho.
There it is.
It is the weakest season.
Weakest season, but still number 1.
I was scared, but you know, there was like 1 or 2 episodes where I was like, this ain't the same level. And honestly, okay, there was 1 episode which is one of the best in the series in my opinion, and it really emotionally affected me.
Really?
But the ending, it makes complete sense. But it's just kind of like, all right, that was a pretty good, satisfying ending. Like, it's nothing crazy, but honestly, I don't know why I would have expected it to be super crazy in the first place. It's a nice, chill ending.
Yeah.
Great show, love it.
Yeah.
Could be overtaken by Jujutsu.
We'll talk about it.
Just wait.
My number 1 is Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
It really does need a rewatch, probably.
Yeah.
But I think it's safe for me to say that.
It's number 1 because Floch finally gets his due.
Yes. Did he die?
I don't remember because I saw some people talking about him like he does shit later on, but then I'm like,
I think he probably won't even die, honestly.
Oh, fucking god damn it.
They're screeching in the background. Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah, Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Attack on Titan is just it's a fucking great show. It has been overall for as long as I've watched it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Good show. And that's anime. And now it's time for the movies.
Longer list.
So we got big into movies this year. I did.
No, I'm pretty sure you've watched more than me this year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I love watching movies now, which I've never been like that. Well, I've always enjoyed watching movies, of course, but
not at this level.
No, not near at this level. And I fucking all my time is spent on Letterboxd now.
at this point.
Yeah, but so we're going to go through our top 10 movies
of 2022.
Of 2022. So the last ones were, well, anime was just that anime was 2022. No, because you had, anime was of all time that we just watched this year.
Yeah.
But live action
is just going to be 2022.
Yeah, live action was also just things we watched this year. But yeah, so yeah, it's going to be the only movies that came out in 2022, and obviously again top 10. So
we on our Watch Mojo shit.
Let's
get it.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10.
Do you prefer the guy or the girl?
The girl, probably. She's the
I just know the guy does all the anime stuff.
Oh, does he?
Top 10 anime.
Yeah, no way the girl's watching anime.
You women.
Women don't do that. That's a lie.
About 6 years ago, that was the case.
Yeah. So.
All right, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is, I don't even need to look at it, The Whale.
Oh.
So I watched The Whale in theaters.
30-minute standing ovation or whatever.
A couple days ago. Look, I gotta be honest. It is a little overrated.
Ooh.
Just a little bit. Brendan Fraser's fucking amazing in this movie.
Of course.
Do not get me wrong.
He will get the nom.
Yeah. 100%.
Which is crazy because he was just like blacklisted.
Was he?
Or he had been blacklisted. Well,
because he spoke out against. He didn't do anything wrong.
No.
It was because he had spoke out against wrongdoings against him.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
Unfortunately is, kind of.
That's fucked.
It's the reality that a lot of people have to face. But Brendan Fraser's so fucking good in this movie. Sadie Sink is also really good, but I feel like her character is very one-sided and gets redeemed at the very end of the movie.
The goofy ending.
If you can even call it redemption. It's the goofiest ending to a movie I've ever. I was locked into that shit. It had me crying, and then they ended it like that, and it completely took me out.
I'm so curious now.
And Julius doesn't know because he hasn't seen it. But regardless, it was a very good movie. It was very disturbing when you're watching it. Like, don't plan on eating afterwards.
I'll eat during. Trust me.
Oh god. Because it's a very disturbing depiction of stress eating, and he eats at points like to as like a form of self-harm.
Right.
And it's obviously some sadder parts in it, but it is a good movie overall. Yeah.
I mean, the one Darren Aronofsky thing I've seen I like. So, I mean, we'll see. But that was also more surreal. I mean, is there any sort of surreal elements in this, or is it just kind of just kind of straightforward?
The end, I guess, technically.
Okay.
The very end, the last, 30 seconds of the movie.
30 seconds.
It's 30 seconds, and that's all it needs to take you out.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I'm so curious now. This is a weird... I never thought I'd hear myself saying this, but my number 10 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Wow, really? So that confirms you didn't watch as many movies as I did.
No, I watched more movies than you in 2022, but I just didn't watch as many good movies as you
there
did.
You go. Yeah, that's true, actually. That is true.
Because this is like a 7 for me, but...
Well, okay, I feel like we should clarify. Neither of us think that this movie is bad. Like everyone says it is. Yeah.
No, I think this movie's good.
By no means is it bad. Even Thor. Thor wasn't up to the same standards.
I don't think as much, but I still thought it was fun.
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
Yeah, have fun, guys. Come on.
Let's calm it. It's by no means is it bad.
I mean, I enjoy Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies, and this is probably about on the level of those. And I don't know. I heard a lot of people saying he didn't play around with the multiverse element enough, and I was like,
bro,
I don't know. I thought it was.
You got literally the one thing that you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I thought it was a good time, and that's really all I expect from these Marvel movies at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, Iron Man 3, I really just like because it's like
peak.
A really fucking good time.
Peak.
Like,
I
don't expect thematic depth from a Marvel.
That's
movie
true. It's
point.
just a fun time. In Marvel, at this point, I've learned not to treat it like the most serious movie of all time. It's just a fun time. That's what you go there.
I do treat most movies like that, and I do look at it from that angle. But I just don't feel like the filmmakers come into those movies thinking that way. Like, especially Sam Raimi, who I feel like likes to have fun with every movie he makes.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I respect him as a filmmaker, and I don't know. I just thought it was a really fun time.
Yeah.
You know? What else?
All
What else
right.
do you want?
All right, there you go.
Number 9.
My number 9 was Bullet Train.
Bullshit Train.
Julian hasn't seen the movie, and he insists that it's bad.
I just think the trailers are really bad.
Really? You're not rocking with the Japanese version of Staying Alive?
I just think they're really cheesy. But
That's true. Well, that's how all Japanese covers are. I mean, like, come on.
I haven't heard too many, but
That's true. How many Japanese covers do you hear? No, Bullet Train. This plays exactly into what we were just saying about, like, their movie doesn't need to have the greatest script in the world for it to just be good. Like, that is a super fun movie.
cool cast.
Yeah, absolutely. It has a great cast.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is not at all afraid to just like be like, yep, the bird and dead. They were here
Is it
for a
rated
scene.
R?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Good.
I think it needs to be because there is like some dark ass deaths in this movie.
Yeah. David Leitch.
Leitch,
Ladies and gentlemen.
he's done it again. But yeah, I mean, it was just, it's good. And like, again, it's one of those movies where it like goes back and forth with a very non-linear timeline.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, and it's let me just say, fucking love British people after watching it.
Aaron Taylor Johnson making
Aaron
a
Taylor Johnson
slow but steady comeback.
peak,
Slow
dude.
but steady.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
I
I didn't remember seeing him in movies for a long time. But
Yeah, that's true. He was in Tenet.
he was. That's what I'm saying. Tenet, like bullshit train.
No, Peak Train.
Was he in The King's Man?
He was.
Okay.
He played a bit role.
But I figured
The
that's
King's
a
Man.
Matthew Vaughn film. Makes sense.
Is he Matthew? Oh, Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass. Yes.
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass.
Kit-Kat. Kit Kat.
Kit Kats.
Yeah.
My number 9. Bones and All.
Bones and All. That's my. Never mind.
Okay. I thought this movie had some excellent parts. I think the very opening, like that entire opening sequence where it culminates in her biting the girl's finger,
Yeah, that was
really good.
real.
And that like unsettled me. And it's been a while since
yeah.
I've been unsettled by a movie, but I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I like the low key, like the fucking the lore behind cannibals. Like
Mhm.
they have a scent and they just like recognize each other off rip.
Yep.
I thought everybody did a very good job in the movie. Did you know the main girl's like 28?
No, because
You could
I
not
had seen
have
her.
You could have fooled me.
I had seen her in one other thing. It was the fucking escape room movie that came out in like 2018, and I
yeah.
saw in theaters for some reason. I think it was on like a date or something.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and she was like, that was a mid as fucking movie. But no, she was fucking goated in this movie.
Yes.
She's like genuinely a fucking amazing actor.
Yeah, and Timothy
Actress.
obviously gives
Oh yeah, the goat.
an amazing performance.
Probably my favorite actor in the game right now is either Timothy
And
or
that's
Christian
fair.
Bale.
That's
but
fair.
Christian Bale's been taking some mid-ass
Oh,
roles
dude,
recently.
his role in
Fucking-
Thor was minimal.
Yes.
My only
yeah.
problems with Bones and All are I think Mark Rylance's character is a little
He's a little much.
he's a little over the top for this caliber of a movie.
Yeah.
And I also think there are some beats.
Jack Knight.
There are just some like beats in this movie where I was like, this is going on like maybe a little
That's true.
long, but otherwise I thought it was a very, very effective and unsettling fucking movie. Oh, that's me.
Yeah, I would absolutely. agree with that.
And I will probably most definitely watch Call Me by Your Name now because
We need to watch that together. Gayest movie of all time. Watch it together.
That's right.
Absolutely. That movie's peak. I watched that, by the way, guys. That's not on the list, obviously. But that movie's.
isn't that about like guy fucking an underage kid? Or
Yes,
something?
pretty
Okay.
much. It's deeper than that.
it's much it has more layers.
Yes. Speaking of layers, my number 8 is Glass Onion. Woo!
Go fuck yourself.
Let's go! That's a fucking. I'm sure we just peaked so hard on the mic. Christian, type in chat if we just peaked.
Another layer and
if you're
another
still,
layer.
if you're still here.
Probably not.
Yeah, Glass Onion. Okay, here's the thing about this movie is chaos in the back, children getting slaughtered. Here's the thing about this movie is I think it's good. I think it's a solid, good movie.
Mm.
It's not at the level as the original, as the first Knives Out. I'm sorry.
I'll refrain.
Because you watched both recently.
I did.
You've rewatched Glass Onion twice.
Side by side.
Have you seen Glass Onion 3 times now?
Yes, but who knows? But whether I thought it was terrible or the best will be up to the list. Right. Actually, no, it won't. It just won't be on the list if I thought it was horrible. But if I watch it 3 times, we'll see.
But in my personal opinion, like I just said, it's not as good as the first one. But it's solid.
What just happened?
Hold on. What just happened? Yeah, it's solid. It's a fun movie. But it's more...
You have to admit, you are... I mean, after this, you are looking forward to the next one, though.
Absolutely.
Like, I want them to give these to me. Like...
Well, and I like that it's kind of standard. Like, it has absolutely no relation to the first one whatsoever.
Yes, and Rian Johnson made that very well known. He didn't even like how they put a Knives Out mystery in the title.
I know, that's what I saw, is he didn't want it to have any relation.
But for marketing purposes.
Which is interesting, because I was thinking about that while we were watching the movie. Mm-hmm. I was watching the movie. Knives Out isn't in the title. It just says Glass Onion. Yeah. It doesn't have Knives Out anywhere in there. And I was
then it was like added to the fucking post, like, Netflix. Yeah. And just in the branding.
Yeah, but I think the thing with this movie is it's more fun than it is good. Which there's a balance between fun and good that I think you need to hit. But by no means is it bad. I mean, it's on the top 10, which out of like 20 something that I saw this year.
Fair.
So yeah, so it was a solid movie.
All right. My number 8 is X.
X.
Whoa! Oh wait, no, wrong song.
I was like, what?
Went to hell, went to jail, came back, went to Penny Hunter. X surpassed my expectations. I probably need to rewatch it because there was 1 or 2 like lulls in the movie, I think.
Yeah.
But I thought the ending was really good. I thought it was just a really competently made slasher movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought it was great.
Interesting.
Watch it if you're into slashers. I mean,
there you go.
And if you want to see Kid Cudi's prosthetic cock.
Really?
Yes.
As a matter of fact.
Yes.
Is that factual? Can we get a fact check?
And if you want to see old people fucking.
Christian in chat, fact check that quick.
Is that Kid Cudi's cock?
Send it.
Kid Cudi's cock.
Look that up.
A triple alliterative.
Look it up now.
I think Christian's gone.
Yeah, I think Christian's probably
it's
not
us.
Here. Whatever, we got the VOD.
Yeah,
Christian will be prominently featured in the VOD. My number 7 was Bones and All.
Okay.
Or is Bones and All, I should say. Right? That's my number 7? Yes.
Boners and all. Boners and balls.
Yeah, boners and balls. There you go. Yeah, you pretty much said a lot of what I think about this movie. It is one of the few movies that managed to genuinely unsettle me this year. Coincidentally, alongside The Whale, which I think would make a fucking awesome double feature with this movie.
First Date?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
A movie about cannibalism and a movie about horrific overeating. But yeah, I mean, Bones and All, I watched Call Me If You Get... Not Call Me If You Get Lost, but I watched Call Me By Your Name. Special. I watched Call Me By Your Name earlier this year, and I don't think it's nearly that.
You think it's peak?
Year. I think Call Me By Your Name is a 10 out of 10 movie, which is rare that I get those right now.
That is a rarity.
But
Luca banger.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good. It's very good at unsettling you and just making you creeped out. I think that some characters are under... I think that... What's his name? What's his name? The dude who plays, like, the hillbilly cannibal and also played his... Michael Stuhlbarg or whatever?
Yes. And David Gordon Green. The
Was
director,
that him?
Yeah, the director of Halloween. The Halloween trilogy.
That's him?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I read some review where they were so happy because someone in the theater screamed out, "Is that David Gordon Green?
Is that him?"
It's like,
someone tell me that's
him. Of course, you would recognize him from 2 miles.
Yes. I think he's a little underutilized because he was fucking amazing.
That was such an intense scene too when they're like trying to get away.
Yeah, and it's like, leave.
But you can't tell if those guys are actually like well intentioned or not, and that makes it a really good.
That's
scene.
the problem with I think everyone in this movie is you really can't tell.
Can't trust nobody.
if they're good and not. But yeah, it was a very good movie.
All Number 7, I got Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Bodies. A triple alliterative.
A triple alliterative.
Incredible.
It's just a really solid, fun slasher. Well, not slasher, whodunit comedy. I think the twist is really funny. And
I don't know the twist.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
It's solid. It's a very obvious like Gen Z.
They're making a lot of those now.
A lot of shitting on Gen Z, but I mean, I think it also just shits on, vapid relationships and how far people are willing to go over a miscommunication or some
Pete Davidson banger.
bullshit drama. Yeah, it is a Pete Davidson banger, and I
You
mean,
don't see him all.
as much as people like to hate him, he is a good actor. Like, I mean,
absolutely,
I
he's
thought
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I thought he was solid in this movie. Oh yeah, and what's her face? The woman from the second Borat, also in her second ever role,
I didn't see
was
that movie.
very good.
Interesting.
So very
There you
enjoyable film.
There you have it. Well, my number 6 is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Forever. This was an excellent movie, completely, because everyone's like, oh, they're so bad now.
So everyone needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Like,
They're
I really
acting
hope
like
no
they're
actual Marvel fans are acting like that.
They're acting like there weren't years before Endgame where Marvel was shit, or
That's
like
absolutely
not as
true.
good, not up to snuff.
Oh yeah,
Like, come on.
2013.
Yeah. Well, okay. Whoa.
I made that exact same joke in the last episode.
Running jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, I mean, it was an excellent movie. It's probably the best movie in this phase. No, No Way Home. Probably.
Oh yeah, No Way Home. I completely forgot that was even in this phase because of
Yeah.
the propaganda.
Was that the first one?
I want to say that was, yeah.
Probably something like that. Yeah, No Way Home was fucking good.
No, it was Black Widow.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Home
Not a good
right.
start.
But no, Black Panther was excellent. It was an incredibly emotional movie. I mean, Black Panther, it took me a long time to come around to it, but it's a fucking amazing movie. The first one, in my opinion.
I remember you shitting on it because like your family watched it too much or something.
Yeah, my family watched it like once a day, honestly, which I'm sure you're fucking used to about like half the movies you're.
Oh yeah.
But I hate when people do that. But. Oh, okay, interesting.
Shoddy no Jotty.
But no, I mean it was super fucking good, and it's incredibly emotional. But like, there's some good payoff, and it's not very fan servicey, like if at all.
That's good because that's what a lot of people complain about too. It's like, oh, there's too much fucking fan service.
Yeah.
But, okay, I'm a little confused. Does Killmonger come back in some form or fashion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've heard people talk about that, and I was like,
Yes,
what the fuck
he
is going
does. So he comes back whenever Shuri takes the little plant thing.
I thought he died though.
He did. He's in the dream world.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I forgot.
That's how you
Yeah.
see the ancestral plane.
Yes. I
All the
forgot.
planes of existence.
Which coexist with other religions.
Yes,
as
of
well.
course. Every religion is able. Which that's a really interesting way to do it, but I
Yeah,
think
it
that's
is.
really good actually.
I mean, that's how Marvel is though. Like you got fucking Thor and Ra and fucking like Santa Claus all in the same goddamn universe.
That's true.
Or I don't know if Santa Claus. I thought maybe he's in DC. I don't know. Fact check that.
What's that?
Nothing.
Nothing is right.
Black Panther.
Yeah,
Black Panther.
Black Panther. Unfortunately, not quite the soundtrack of the first
Oh,
one.
no, dude,
Or
come
in
on.
many
All
people's opinions, thankfully, not quite the soundtrack of the first one.
No, I mean the first soundtrack was stacked at the very least.
Absolutely.
All we got is the Rihanna song, but that may be all.
The Rihanna song is actually really good.
That
how
may
it's
be all we
used.
need. Which, how much money you want to bet that that's going to be the song that wins at the freaking Oscars, dude?
Probably.
They're gonna
Of what
perform that
else?
for
It's gonna be
seven-
Encanto.
Encanto came out last year.
Did
It
it?
did. Well, but it might not have been eligible.
There
Might
you
have came
go.
out to. Oh.
It's gonna be Encanto. If that's there, you already.
I know they performed like some song from Encanto last year, but yeah, I don't know if it was eligible for the
Interesting.
awards. We'll see.
We see.
My number 6 is Barbarian.
People are talking about that. Picture.
I see a lot of problems with that because a lot of people are gassing it up, and I think there is some like really good and fun twists, but I don't think people need to be hyping it up this much.
Interesting.
Because it's also very weird, and if you're not into weird shit, and if you're not into your horror necessarily having a comedic element to it,
yeah,
then you're fucked. It's a very funny movie also. Like, it's one of the most different movies I've seen in recent years, and no.
Yes. For those none of you are watching.
None of you now.
I just booted up Fortnite. That's why he said that.
Nobody's watching now.
Yeah, ain't nobody watching. Oh wait. How do I turn off the audio? Okay. Yeah, you continue.
Justin Long. I haven't seen him in a movie in so long.
Who was that?
I don't even know.
Is that the fool who plays Goku?
No. That's the guy from Shameless. No, I don't even know if you know Justin Long, honestly.
I've heard the name.
But I haven't seen him in anything in recent years. He's fucking hilarious in this movie.
Is he?
And I don't know. I think the whole thing operates as a really interesting... It has a lot of depth to it. If you give it rewatches. And what's his face? Bill Skarsgård? No, because Alexander is...
Bill Skarsgård is Pennywise.
Bill's Pennywise.
He's the fucking guy.
He's the fucking guy.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? Why is this shit? My goddamn Fire TV remote ain't fucking connected.
Fire TV stick.
Whatever, just fucking...
I'll do it here. And we're just gonna have to talk
some
over
Fortnite audio.
Yeah, Fortnite fucking audio in the background. You go
on. Great horror movie though. It was the first one in it's first one in a while to really break my ankles. So
yeah,
shout outs.
Fucking Fortnite.
Y'all hear that?
Y'all hear
Monkey
that?
D. Goofy ass skin.
Yes.
What's your number? 6.
So number 6.
Is it 6
number
or
5 for me. My number 5 is The North Mid.
The North Mid. Robert Eggers banger.
Yeah,
gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
No, not first Eggers movie. Yeah, first Eggers movie I've seen. I watched, and then I watched The Vivitch afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Which my dad started dying laughing when I made that joke the other day.
I have The Lighthouse, and that's it.
Yeah, it was very interesting. So what I was afraid of is all of his movies look like kind of unwatchable, in the sense that like they're just very dark and like nothing happens. And I shouldn't say unwatchable, but it's like for The Witch, that's what I would expect, but not for The Northman necessarily.
Right.
And
I was very different from The Witch.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because there are brighter parts. There's daytime.
Daytime exists.
Yeah.
Well, there's daytime in The Witch, but it's fucking
like gray.
Gray as fuck.
It's New England in the 1600s.
Yeah, Lighthouse. There's absolutely nothing resembling.
I'm sure
because it's all black and white.
No, it's a very, very beautiful movie.
Okay.
And Alexander Skarsgård is so goated, and it's probably the rawest movie I've ever seen.
Vinland Saga.
It's Vinland Saga. Essentially, yeah. If you like Vinland Saga, you're gonna like this movie. And I think it kind of underperformed, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
And I've seen a lot of people that are like, "It's his worst movie." I've seen 2 out of the 3, and it's better than The Witch.
And I mean, if it's the worst out of those 3 movies, it's probably still pretty good.
That can't even be that bad, surely. No, it was very interesting. I mean, it's like it's a Viking tale, right. Honestly, is what, and it's raw and it's fucking gory as hell.
This fool Robert Eggers though, I feel like he's queued up to do like 3 other movies though, isn't he? Like he's doing fucking.
I just know
Nosferatu.
I just know Nosferatu. That's
and
the only one I know.
He's doing another one.
Maybe so. I think Nosferatu is his next one though.
Okay. I'm excited to see that.
But yeah, it was great. And what I like is, so he does the occult shit. I'm not a huge fan of, like, for the
Black Phillip.
Yeah, for The Witch it works. I don't know about The Lighthouse.
Lighthouse, it's got like a very like a sailor sort of lore to it, which works for the setting. But.
Right. But yeah, they kept that kind of to a minimum. Honestly,
it's a bit more real.
A little. There is some occult.
Is there some ritual? There's got to be a ritual.
Oh, there is an orgy.
Of course.
There was an orgy with the slave orgy,
if you will.
But yeah, I mean, it was a very, very great movie. So, you're number 5.
Gotcha.
Or maybe number 4 now.
Number
Dude, what
5.
is this? Fucking Doctor Strange fighting Ninja Gaiden?
What the fuck?
You seen this shit?
And then who's that?
Who's that?
Is
No
it-
one. As I'm like, I think Travis Scott, maybe?
They look more like Steve Lacy.
Oh.
My number 5, last minute, absolute sleeper hit.
John Wick over here in
Puss
the
in
corner?
Boots, The Last
No
Wish.
way! No fucking
Top
way.
5, 2022.
People are talking about that. My dad was hyping that
Your
up. Last
dad?
night. Yeah, my dad was like, I gotta be honest, it's pretty good.
He ain't no Giacomo, I'll tell you
He
that
ain't no
much.
Giacomo.
No, dude, it was just, I don't know. Like, the animation was super fucking good. It like I said, it took itself more seriously, which I really appreciated. It has a lot of those quirky, self-aware moments, but I think it was just a very solid story. Only real complaint with it is, it feels very short. Like, once the end came, I was like, that's it? Like, I felt like at least 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was just my desire because I was liking it so much.
Yeah.
Another peak part of this film, though, is establishing the Shrek cinematic universe.
Really?
Dude, at the end of the movie, they're like sailing away.
Is Shrek here?
No. They teased us a little bit. They dropped the gingerbread man at one point. They dropped Pinocchio.
The gingerbread man? Or the muffin
The
man?
gingerbread man! But at the end, when they're like sailing away or whatever, it's like, yeah, our happy ending. Puss in Boots is like, we're going to see an old friend.
No,
and it pans and it's the kingdom of far, far away.
That's so wrong.
And I was like, dude, what is up with all these peak-ass cinematic universes getting established this year?
That's awesome.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2, honorable mention.
Which I'm not the biggest fan of Shrek. Like, I didn't really grow up on that. The DreamWorks side.
But it speaks to the culture I've
But
been raised in,
that's
where that
awesome.
I'm like, oh, let's go.
Yes.
Imagine Shrek with Spider-Verse animation, though. Like,
I've heard it's more Spider-Verse kind of related.
It is very Spider-Verse
Which is
esque.
odd.
It does not. I mean, I wouldn't compare it too much to Spider-Verse to risk hyping it up as being too similar. But like, it's got some good ass moments and like probably one of the best villains in an animated movie I've seen.
Interesting.
So what's your number 4?
I believe we're on. My number 4 is another mid, the Batmid, aka the Batman. Not actually. What? That's on your top list. No way. You're not gonna fucking cap and tell me Puss in Boots is better than that.
No, I'm just singing Nirvana.
Yeah, fair.
What of it?
Oh, damn it.
Meaning to rewatch it.
I rewatched it with my dad.
Yeah.
A month or 2 ago, along with Tenet. Go to Double Future. You said that you wish you liked that movie. So
I know, I do.
You give it a 6 out of 10.
It was well made. I appreciate
Was
Nolan. I appreciate Nolan. And fucking Kenneth Branagh peeking on the mic.
Not now!
Not my house!
Not my house! Who's this NPC?
Halsey? Is that a Halsey?
Halsey?
Dollar Store Halsey?
High Stakes Club? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want this.
And the Batman. What you think?
Yeah, the Batman. So,
I don't even think we talked about it on the pod. Did we talk about it? We may have touched on it.
it's possible. That was earlier this year, I believe.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I don't know either. But, yeah, the Batman. So, I mean, like, it's definitely an acquired taste. And what I learned this time around is it does not need to be 3 hours long.
Okay.
By any means. They can cut a lot of it out.
That was that half star that I took away, was sort of like, there were a couple points where
Did
I was
you turn
like,
it to an 8?
No. From it being a 10
Oh,
on
shit.
first watch, I was like, okay, there's a couple points in here where it's like, I don't really care about the John Turturro shit.
That's true. I feel like the John Turturro shit is shoehorned in just a little bit.
It made sense in the context of the Riddler's plot, but like,
Right.
it was a little much.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But I mean, overall, it is just a fucking awesome movie. People complain way too. Oh, I'm getting shot at. People complain way too much about. Oh, this isn't how Batman's supposed to be. That's how my parents were. Yeah, my parents were like, Batman's supposed to be a playboy. I'm like,
yeah, he wasn't a good Bruce Wayne
I'm
because he
like,
wasn't fucking bitches.
that's what's referred to as an adaptation.
And there's like 20 million different interpretations of Batman
literally
in the comics, right?
There's so many fucking Batman, and most of the time, Batman in the comics isn't even like that too.
No,
not most of the time, but a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that's not a valid argument.
Yeah, it's weird.
But no, it was a great movie, and like, it's very pretty upon rewatch as well.
Yes,
it's very, very pretty. So, yeah.
Just wait for the second one, Court of Owls.
I think you mean Heart of Ice.
Ooh.
Yeah. Denied.
Get Firefly in there?
No.
Fuck no.
Incorrect. Oh, well, are they making one for Firefly right now? No, Blue Beetle.
Oh, the Blue Beetle.
Should say with the kid from the Karate Kid. Knockoff Karate Kid.
Knockoff Karate Kid. My number 4 is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Everything he does.
Okay. I do think this movie gets gassed a little much.
Really?
On Letterboxd. I think people gas this movie on Letterboxd really bad.
That's fair.
I think the first half of this movie is not as good as the second half.
That's fair.
I think it's really the second half that carries that emotional like impact.
Yeah.
I think the power system's cool. It was really enjoyable. Just a really different movie.
Yeah.
As I've said before. I don't know. Daniels did a good job in this one. The new twins. They're not twins, but
yeah.
I do look forward to seeing more of their work. And what's his name is the goat.
What's his name is the goat.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, him?
This invalidates my entire statement.
The guy. Right? The guy
in the thing.
Who?
Yeah, that's my number 4. The husband.
Okay.
What's his name?
The husband. Oh, the guy from the guy. Who
Yeah.
does the thing. I forgot his actual name, but it's.
No, I thought he was great. And Michelle Yeoh, honestly.
100%.
And the choreography was unexpectedly really good in this as well.
Oh yeah, by far.
I'm a little bit tired of multiverse movies. But
I think it did it pretty well. This was a goat in multiverse
Yeah,
movie. Is the thing. So yeah. All right. Well, my number. What are we on? 3 now. My number 3.
The big 3.
My number 3 is Top Gun Maverick.
I cannot believe this shit, bro.
See, I don't get Julius is the only person in the world who thinks that Top Gun is a bad movie.
And I thought it was
a fine movie.
I thought it was good on the first watch.
Oh, and then it went down?
It went down.
No way.
You explain why you like this movie first.
So I think the first Top Gun.
Oh, okay, we can agree on that.
Is the most overrated movie in existence.
Oh God, yeah. Nostalgia goggles on.
Oh, 100%. Like, it's good. Do not get me wrong. It is a good movie.
Only good part was the volleyball scene.
I say good. It's a decent movie. It's a decent movie. Okay.
Yeah.
But Christmas can really just. It is a little overrated, if I may. And I believe I may.
You may. It is well within your right.
So this movie completely took me by surprise. It's like, it takes what happened in the first movie, but it
does it better.
Honestly.
It just improves on it.
Honestly. Wait, didn't you get this a lower rating than the first one?
Did I? I will have to rectify that if that's the case.
Really?
This could be due to inflation, though, where my 7s were
right.
Yeah.
Well, God knows American people are suffering through that right But, I mean, it expands upon it in such a good way. Really, it's and I can't even explain it. It's just such a feel-good movie, and it's like the best feel-good movie I think I've ever seen. So
my favorite shot is Tom Cruise full force running across the beach. Because he's trying so hard.
That's true.
Probably
is.
How old is he?
He is in his 60s, I believe.
Wow.
I think he's 50s for sure.
That's crazy.
Maybe 60s. Low, like I say 60, like 60 or 61. And you can tell when he's in interviews a little bit.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the movie though.
I think you just put it this high for the Lady Gaga and One Republic song.
See, originally it was the One Republic song, and then I listened to the Lady Gaga song, and I was like, man, this kind of peak too. They're all peak.
They could just peak right now.
Okay.
Number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and this could very well be subject to change. upon rewatching the other two.
The rewatch.
The Glass Onion.
The Glass Onion.
This movie.
This is your Top Gun pick.
Oh, okay. It's reverse.
Yes.
I thought this movie was just goated. Like I just it's,
better than the first one.
Absolutely. I went back and rewatched the first one. No question.
No question.
Knives Out. The argument could be made that I like the characters more in Knives Out.
Okay.
If you watch the first one though, Daniel Craig is so reserved compared to Glass Onion.
That's true.
They really played his character up in the second one, and I kind of liked it. I mean, I've watched it 3 times since it came out. It's just as rewatchable for me. I think it's a really not tightly written movie, but
This fool.
Look at this fool. Like, I think the theme of the Glass Onion and like his like Edward Norton's character's sort of like buffoonery and
he is, dude. He's fucking hilarious.
Like just how that and like how obvious the mystery was all weaved throughout the movie was just like such good writing. And I really liked, okay, there were a few moments where I was like, they would play stuff back that we'd seen before, and I'm like,
yeah,
did we need to see that
played
again?
through like a ton of the movie over and
did
over.
we need to see that again? There were some scenes where it was like, okay, it went back and recontextualized the scene from earlier, but then there were some where it's like, we're gonna play this, like Daniel Craig literally says a line, and then it cuts back, like echoing a previous thing he said, and then it literally cuts back to that exact same moment of the thing he just said.
Yeah.
And I thought that was weird, but like, I love the fucking ending. I love the fucking.
I'm not a huge fan of the fact that it just ends.
I don't know. I don't know what else could have been added, but I thought the ending was fucking brilliant in terms of the whole Glass Onion thing, and everybody blindly believing this fucking like this opinion leader who like just gets to decide what the truth is essentially, which is a very true sort of sentiment in today's society with fucking Twitter and all this shit.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I thought this was a really fucking good movie. The other two I think offer things that this one doesn't necessarily. And another thing I'll say is, one thing I don't like about either of the movies is I think the visuals are very boring.
Really?
Save for a few scenes in each, I think like the way, like the cinematography in each of the movies is very like bland. Like I went back and watched Knives Out and I was like, this shit looks kind of TV made. If I'm
It's kind of goofy.
It's kind of goofy though.
Really?
But
Because I thought the first one looked excellent.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I would go back and rewatch it, but I mean you'll probably think it's still goated because it is a very solid, well written mystery, and it's much smaller scale than Glass Onion.
Yeah.
And it serves, I mean, its purpose just about as well. So
Yeah. Interesting.
what's your number?
My number two is Nope.
Nope. Oh,
My number 2 is Nope.
Giacomo eliminated.
Nope.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, so this was, I believe this is my only Jordan Peele movie I've seen.
What? You haven't seen Get Out?
No, I've seen Get Out.
Okay.
I've seen Get Out.
Not us though.
Not us.
Okay.
But I mean, I vaguely remember. I watched Get Out once.
Right.
Seems like forever ago now. But yeah, Nope was just good. Like again, it's such a fun movie, and like this is really the first like horror movie I've seen in theaters before. I say horror.
Unsettling.
I say horror. It's more, yeah, it is more unsettling than anything. But it was fun. Like I don't have a whole lot to say about this movie, and I don't think this is like a say a lot, analyze kind of movie. It's just a really fun movie. It's fun to watch. It's very enjoyable.
Dinger.
So yeah, banger.
Dinger. Number 2, The Batman. Subject to change because I have yet to rewatch it. I have not rewatched it since the theaters.
Yeah.
But I mean that theater experience was pretty fucking incredible. So I mean,
When we saw it together.
yeah. I mean it's everything I had wanted in a Batman movie
Oh, absolutely.
for a very long time. Especially after rewatching some of the Batman movies before it, I was like,
Oh my god, bro! This
This is
fool
good.
gave The Dark Knight.
no,
The
no,
Dark
no, no.
Knight Rises a 6.
I may have given it a 5.
That's crazy.
I don't think it's very crazy. I think that movie is like kind of cheesy. Like I don't. Okay, well that's a separate discussion. But I mean, when you really think about it, we haven't eaten good Batman food since, or not good Batman, but like really substantial Batman shit since The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Batman vs Superman, but I don't think that fucking counts. Like this is the first solo Batman other than the Lego Batman movie that we had seen in literally 10 years. And I thought, I was cautiously optimistic because I haven't seen much of Matt Reeves' stuff.
Yeah.
But I think he really fucking delivered. Like, the ambiance of Gotham City.
Yeah. Well, I've seen. So I watched. What? Fucking. What's the second Planet of the Apes movie?
Dawn.
Dawn of. Why is it not Dawn? The first one's Rise and the second one's Dawn. That makes no sense. But I watched. Look at this fool getting stuck. I watched the second one and it's very similar.
Right.
Like in the sense of like this society and like
Society often.
literally, honestly, I mean, like just its depiction of it.
Well, the only one I'd seen of his was Cloverfield, and it's like
Yeah.
there's not much. I like Cloverfield. There's not much to go.
I forgot he did that too.
Yeah, I mean,
Cloverfield's goated.
but it's pretty much that in the Apes movies. But there's not much to go off of. It's a found footage movie. It's like 80 minutes long.
Right.
There's not much to go off of in terms of can he make a 3-hour long like Batman film?
Right.
And I thought he did fucking excellent. Like I think Riddler's the best Batman movie villain.
Yeah.
I think that the opening sequence.
Well, what'd you just say?
What is that? Come on. People ride Jared. Not Jared. Fuck
Heath?
no, not Jared. People ride Heath a lot, and I get it. His performance is amazing, but I think in terms of within the context of the story,
That's fair.
I think Riddler's
I
better.
think that's fair.
Just like some of the action scenes, the chase scene, the climax is fucking amazing. The scene, like the aftermath when like the helicopters are coming to pick up people.
that part.
That scene is amazing, and it's that element of Batman. I mean, that's not too highlighted in the other movies where it's like this guy really gets on the ground and fucking saves people. He is a hero at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And while he loses himself a little bit in terms of that way of promoting justice, where he loses himself in that sort of violence, I do like that it highlights that what separates him from a Riddler is that sort of willingness to go and actually save people. And the opening sequence is like one of my favorites in any Batman movie. Like the whole speech with Gotham at night.
Yeah,
and it's
and
fucking
his
Halloween.
reveal. The issue is they kind of ruined it with
The
trailers.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was fucking bullshit. Like that would have been amazing to see in theaters, but like that shit just felt straight out of a fucking comic book, and that's when I knew it was going to be amazing. And also, shout outs to Jeffrey Wright, goated Gordon.
Goated.
Not my I think Gary Oldman
I'm sorry, Gary Oldman
is the
just-
perfect cast.
He literally is.
But Jeffrey Wright also did a very good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Batman's goated.
Yeah. All right.
And we know
Well,
what your number one
my number one.
is.
My number one is Everything Everywhere All at
Is
Once.
everything I do it big.
It's such a good movie, and it's like it's one of like 2 or 3 movies that actually made me like tear up one.
That's true. Me.
It's just fucking good. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't have a ton to like analyze about it. I'm sure I could, but like, it's just a great movie overall.
It is.
It's a very like it hits close to home in some parts.
Very 50-50 as to whether it could be nominated for Best Picture. Not as if
Yeah.
it's not as if I care, but
I
like,
hope it is, but it's kind of foreign.
I could see it. Parasite, you know.
Yeah. Who knows?
We'll see.
But it really is just so fucking good in my opinion, and it's in a way that I can't even really explain, but I would just advise anyone to watch that movie. I mean, and see for yourself.
It's a different experience, like, than honestly any other fucking movie you'll see. And,
Yeah.
I mean, if people were like complaining about how Multiverse of Madness didn't give us the crazy multiverse shit,
Yeah,
this movie does.
This is the crazy.
This is the movie for you. If that wasn't enough for you for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
My number one is Nope.
Yep.
Yep.
Nope. That's probably my favorite trailer
Yes.
from the year. I love the fucking trailer. For that
And
movie.
line drop, dude. Whenever he's looking up and then he gets back,
Yes.
he's like, nope.
I
At least
have
it's
that
several
clip.
times.
I have that clip.
I love everything about this movie, honestly.
Oh, really? I mean, it's...
Daniel Kaluuya is amazing. It's gonna be his performance is gonna be super slept on, I feel like. Keke Palmer also. Honestly, everyone in this movie, I feel like people are gonna sleep on. Steven Yeun, really good. Keke Palmer, really good. Angel, I mean, yeah, he doesn't.
No, Angel's
Angel's goated. I'm not denying it, but I could get into what I have to think about this movie, but it would take a long time to articulate.
Yeah.
I've seen comparisons to Jaws, and I think it's very apt in terms of like how much it rides that line of like almost an adventurous sort of movie and a horror movie.
Yes.
Because I will say it probably does have some of the most disturbing scenes out of any Jordan Peele movie.
It was really.
But per capita, I think it is the least scary Jordan Peele movie. But it has some of the most scary stuff.
Yeah.
Like the shit when they're getting sucked up into Jean Jacket.
That was fucking I remember looking at you and we were both like,
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we were like, what?
And all the Gordy shit. Although, on rewatch,
the Gordy shit is not nearly as scary as I thought it was.
It's just sad. It's just sad to see this ape get fucking gunned down for, reacting.
For no reason.
For reacting how a wild animal would. Which I also think is a great thing that this movie talks about is animals in Hollywood. Like,
yeah.
Because that's a whole thing in and of itself. And, like, the whole movie sort of contextualizes that within the broader, like, sort of desire that we all have to see a show and, like, to see something really... literal bot.
Literally.
And to see something that's, like, slightly fucked up. I mean, which is probably why most of us came to see Nope.
Yeah.
Because we saw the trailer and we were like, what the fuck's going on? Having no regard for, like, what humans may die or what fucked up shit may happen.
Yes.
Like, I'm even repping Nope right now.
Yes.
I'm repping the merch.
Are you? No,
right now.
You're just repping an orange hoodie.
No, I'm not. Fam, it's got the crew on the back.
Yeah, it's got the Scorpion King 2001 on the front.
Exact. That's what they did in the movie.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Oh, shit!
Remember, they worked on Scorpion King.
Oh, I forgot. I thought you were just wearing a fucking
just
Scorpion King 2001 hoodie. I was like, what?
Just wait for the Dwayne The Rock Johnson retrospective, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck no, I'm not watching that.
You don't want to watch the game plan? Are you serious?
No. You won't watch Southland Tales?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Actually, yeah.
So that's our movies.
Yeah.
And shit.
And shit, yeah, honestly.
To
be frank.
And shit.
So I think we're gonna talk a little bit about before we end.
Before we conclude.
We're gonna talk a little bit about what we're hyped.
This is nice and brief. I'm kind of glad.
Yeah,
we gotta wrap this
Well, we say
up.
nice and brief. It has been like an hour 40 something.
That's brief for us.
That is brief.
You'll see through the 3 hour 8-minute Kanye episode.
The Kanye episode took it out of me for for a period.
It's good that we didn't record for a while.
That's true. So a lot of this is gonna be anime. I feel. But so to start it off, we have two fairly big releases at the beginning of 2023. It'll be like within, I guess,
here in a few days.
Yeah, or like within a week or two. Yeah. Nier Automata.
Which I've been interested in the games because they're Square Enix and I like
Right.
Final Fantasy.
I didn't know they did. They did that.
They did. Yes.
Interesting. Nier Automata and Vinland Saga
Vinland
Season
Saga.
2.
The peak arc.
Vinland Saga.
The farm
apparently,
arc, ladies and gentlemen.
as it's been described.
We'll see.
We will see.
We shall see.
I'm
I'm excited though because I think the first trailer for Vinland Saga I was like, ooh, this looks a little
Right. Yeah.
rough in comparison to Wit, but I think they've shown a little more and it looks solid.
They've toned it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, honestly, I don't know how much I'm gonna like it because, like, it doesn't sound very good. But also, I've heard from a lot of people they're like, it doesn't sound very good, but just wait.
Right. Like
So-
how good does the farm arc sound? But
Yeah.
if people love it, there's probably a reason.
Probably.
Second Wit to Mappa transfer, by the way.
Yeah. It's
Maybe
probably
taking
gonna
these-
keep happening. Honestly,
Ranking of Kings.
It's kind of crazy how much Mappa's been taking on, but
It scares me, frankly.
yeah. We're just gonna have to see.
Yeah.
So there's that. Let's see what else. Oppenheimer, a little bit later in the year.
Oh, you mean Barbie, sir?
Shut the fuck
Barbie
up.
fucking sweet!
No.
Greta Gerwig clears.
What of her movies have you seen?
Lady Bird, Little
Lady
Women.
Are you fucking with
That-
Little Women right now?
It was good. I gave it an 8, but that's a 2019 8, so there could be some reverse inflation there.
Interesting.
Some deflation, if you will.
Oh no.
Yeah, Oppenheimer's coming. It's got the biggest cast of all time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Walt Whitman?
Oh my god. Executed in the streets in this game.
Walter White.
Walter White? You got me.
If Hank didn't take a shit, alternate universe.
Yes.
What else is coming out? The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Peak. That's peak.
That actually looks peak. And there was like that, minute-long clip of like the movie, and it was like Mario like traveling through Mushroom Kingdom. Chris Pratt doesn't sound the worst.
No, he does not.
He sounds okay.
People are whining too much about it. It's not. It can't be bad. Okay, but I refuse to believe it.
Guardians 3.
Guardians 3.
Yes, sir.
Someone's gonna die.
100%.
Evidently.
People think Raccoon.
Drax, I
Drax.
guess, has been branded for death preemptively. Look at this.
Drax would make
bouncing through
sense. I mean,
streets.
Thanos is out of there, so
Yeah.
what else does he have to do? Fast X,
Fast X. That's gonna be peak.
directed by Louis Leterrier.
Oh, interesting choice.
Director of Now You See Me, which we will be watching here in about.
Did he?
an hour.
Let's go tonight. Let's fucking go.
We have nothing else to do.
Peak New Year's Eve movie. Last time I rewatched fucking The Raid
Yeah,
and Once Upon a Time in
garbage.
Hollywood, and now we're
Garbage
watching.
film.
Fuck that shit.
Now You See Me.
Now you
motherfucker.
see me.
The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Oh,
Let's
spoilers.
go. How do you know about that?
Because I watched like a Watch Mojo like top 10 plot twist or something.
Welcome to
like that.
WatchMojo.com. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 plot twists.
Um,
And the top 10 peak movies.
Spider-Verse.
That has been more and more intriguing to me as time goes on.
Yes.
Because like people talk about that movie.
Oh, I sucked the dick out.
You-
I sucked the dick out of Spider-Verse.
Set that dig out.
I
Sorry, I just had to include that.
sucked the dick out.
Set that dig out.
I love how Spider-Man 2099 is literally just Oscar Isaac.
It literally
He
is.
takes
him
off his
in
mask and I
real
was like,
life.
whoa, it's uncanny.
I was like, what? It's just animated him.
It's his Spider-Sona.
Yes.
Get a commission.
But no, that movie honestly is looking, and like the creator, what is it? Chris Miller and Phil Lord.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller. 2 goated filmmakers for no good reason.
What have they made? They made.
Cloudy
I
with
know
a
they.
Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah, they made that, and they made the Lego Movie. They say made some like adult movie.
21 and 22 Jump Street.
Peak, dude. They're literally like modern day filmmakers. Holy shit.
And then they did. I don't know if they didn't write it. They produced Solo. But
Oh, okay.
who was on? Were they on Solo first?
Maybe, and then Ron Howard took it over. Did you see recently? Ron Howard was like,
Ron Howard, man.
"Yeah, that's not gonna be happening."
He's got the weirdest filmography, I swear.
Rush.
Um,
So, no,
Rush is right.
Yeah. No, dude. Rush is.
Is Rush goated?
Sorry.
That's all I have on my watch list in terms of movies. And then there's other anime.
So Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. We don't know when.
We literally have. I have no expectations for Attack on Titan. I'm just keeping it broad.
I mean, other than people say the ending shit, but I'm trying to keep it.
They'll turn it around somehow.
And I feel bad for Isayama now, so.
Yeah, he seems really sad about it.
He was like, I'm sorry, guys. Everybody thinks I fucked up on the ending, and he starts crying, and I'm like, okay, shit.
Yeah,
I feel
really
bad
about it.
Oh, get this fool's balloon. Pop his fucking balloon.
I don't know how to play this fucking game. Look at that tracking.
You see that? Oh, near miss. This is great radio.
So.
See that? Did you see that?
Tactical roll out of it.
The Dark Souls roll.
Oh fuck! I just bombed myself.
And then there's the fated month, July.
There's gonna be some heat going down. In
Just
July.
wait. And there. Okay, so there's Jujutsu, Bleach, but then there's one more.
That dude just exploded.
Mid-stroke.
So there's Jujutsu and Bleach, which obviously in and of itself
seems
like it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Bleach is like we're finally getting into the.
I'm so excited for Bleach, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. I don't want to spoil my thoughts.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited for Bleach.
And then Jujutsu. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I know the box. That's all I know.
That's the extent of Caden's knowledge, is the box.
The box. So I know that, and then that's about it. But yeah,
I saw something sus on his Jujutsu poster that he made.
Yeah, I made a Jujutsu poster for Julius with manga panels, not knowing that apparently there's a ton of spoilers on it. All I saw was Toji. Am I not even supposed to know
character model well, they revealed his character model, so I don't remember if they showed his last name though.
What is this fucking?
That's a legendary chest right there.
I don't even know what that is. Fucking Covenant.
That's a mythic.
Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant.
I mean, we're just gonna have to see, honestly.
We gonna have to see.
In July.
Haha.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, there's more, obviously.
Yeah. Barbie.
Shut up. Midzy.
Get the fuck out of Middenheimer. Come on.
Middenheimer. You're saying that about our Lord and Savior.
He's not my Lord and Savior.
If he didn't do what he did, you would have been dead.
I was talking about Nolan.
No, I was. And then you said that, and I was like,
the Reishi bomb.
The Reishi bomb. Drop the Reishi bomb on Soul Society. Oh my God. But no, I mean, it this year looks like it's going to be a lot of shit. It's a lot of long-awaited things.
I mean, this year was stacked too. Like,
oh, absolutely.
I feel like before this, shit was kind of stale, not going to lie.
Absolutely. I mean, we're just going to have to see really. Because I don't know. I really don't.
You never know.
You really don't ever know.
Travis is going to drop next year, so...
What music's dropping? Well, no, Travis isn't gonna fucking drop. Don't
next year he is.
No, he's not.
Please.
No, yeah, there you go.
It's been 4 years. 3 if you count Jack Boys, but that barely even counts.
Utopia ain't never coming out.
It's coming. He did sort of a semi rollout near the end of this year, but I bet they're like,
he did sort of
Travis, you ain't gonna drop this year. Bro. And then ASAP Rocky will probably drop next year. J. Cole is probably going to drop next year.
Gay hole.
Can
I say that on stream?
Kanye might drop.
I think Kanye needs to be done for a little bit.
No, because he always drops when he's in a slump. You know?
This is a different kind of slump.
This is the arc.
Yeah.
And then Playboy Cardi's going to drop pretty soon. So.
Oh, Midboy Cardi.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not afraid to say.
Yep, it's just another year. He'll be all grown up soon. What is this fucking gun?
It's called the Excalibur something or other.
They're out of ideas.
Oh shit! That guy's he means business.
Doman.
It's Doman.
He's Doman.
MF.
Pulling the dom at the Trojan pack.
Pulling the dome at the Trojan back. Oh, there's 3 people left. I want to perch up. I feel like there's more coming out.
I'll look it up, honestly.
Just 2 people.
Maybe it's just not on my watch list.
Yeah, what else is coming out? There has to be
because
more.
I'm a bitch.
You are a little bitch.
Oh, Dune.
Dune?
Or
Okay.
Dune. That's hype. That's crazy. It's already been a year since Dune.
Oh, absolutely. That is fucking insane.
That's fucking crazy.
Um,
We're close.
Yeah, I mean, and I really don't know anything about the story.
John Wick with the fucking Take Care poster.
That is hard.
Oh, Indiana Jones, which doesn't... it doesn't look very good. Although I've never been the biggest Jones fan, if I'm being honest. Copping the Vic Roy?
Victory Royale to end it off, boys. Sorry, I've been quiet because I'm playing Fortnite.
Wonka with Timothy Chalamet.
Pika.
Directed by the director of Paddington 1 and 2.
Dude, let's get
That's
Zelensky
crazy.
in.
Zelensky?
Yeah, bro. The
Why?
Ukrainian dub of Paddington.
He loves Paddington?
He did Paddington. He is Paddington.
He is the Paddington?
He voiced Paddington in the Ukrainian dub.
They're trying Dungeons and Dragons again.
The Chris
That looks
Pine
so
one,
shit.
That looks fucking awful.
Directed by the man who directed Game Night.
Sure,
Surely.
if you say so.
What is this? Transformers coming back.
Yeah,
I was thinking about watching Bumblebee.
We are thinking about watching movies. What do you mean by that? I can't wait till the John Cena salute. That's so
Raw as
hard.
fuck.
Yes.
How did Michael Bay not direct this?
Travis Knight.
Travis
The
Knight.
last night.
Travis Bickle.
What'd you know about that? Mid.
Yeah, that is right.
Thank
Thank you. Somebody had to say it. Hey,
Yeah, maybe it's alright.
Magic Mike's Last Dance.
I haven't seen any of those movies.
Dude, Steven
Didn't
Soderbergh.
Lewis-
He's so weird.
That's Soderbergh?
Yes.
What?
His filmography is so weird.
But they're all good apparently.
They are.
You don't miss.
Magic Mike. You got fucking Solaris. You got Ocean's
Remake.
11.
Solaris remake.
Yes.
That's
Kimi. Fucking Logan Lucky. Like, what is this dude
Logan Lucky
doing?
was that wasn't very good when I watched it.
Logan fuck you.
Yeah.
The Meg 2.
That's not real.
We hype.
Is Statham still in it?
Statham's
I'll
still
watch
on it.
anything that Statham's in.
Yeah, he's great.
He's literally goated.
You gotta watch the Transporter films.
You
Ready for Transporter 2?
You ready for transport? You ready for what's the movie where he has to keep his heart rate up otherwise he'll die?
Crank.
Crank. You ready for Crank? Yeah.
Are you ready to crank shit up?
Crank Palace.
2024.
Let's hope that the Maze Runner movies get it. We
Oh.
watched the Maze Runner trilogy.
Crank
recently.
Palace?
Those are goated. Those fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like no.
I mean, Scorch Trials is better than I remembered, but I don't know.
Score Trials is kind of peak.
Littlefinger with the 5.
Littlefinger with the 5?
That is all I'll say.
Since I was like 13.
Joker, Folie à deux.
Fuck that.
No.
No, do not make it. They're just putting in Lady Gaga and making a musical for clout. That's literally the only reason.
New Bong Joon-ho movie in 2024.
Yeah, with Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson,
right?
Mark Ruffalo.
They just released a trailer
Toni
for
Collette,
it for some
Stephen
reason.
Yeun. Watch list
One list.
added.
Um,
Avatar 3, because apparently Avatar 2 is peak fiction.
Fuck no, I will not give him any more money than he's already getting.
He's racist.
He's movie racist.
He's
He's literally movie racist.
Racist.
He's part of the movie racist group with like Tarantino
Mel
and Scorsese.
Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
No, Mel Gibson's just real life racist.
Yeah, he's just normal. racist. But yeah,
Well,
that's 2022,
That's-
ladies and gentlemen. What?
No, I'm just saying that was it.
With about 2 hours left of the year for us.
Oh shit!
Happy New Year to
Let's
people.
just take it all the way. No, I couldn't do it.
Happy New Year to people who are living in the Atlantic Ocean right now.
I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.
This has been the Misfortune Podcast.
End it right here.
Oh, dude, at 10?
Oh, fuck.
That'd be peak.
We missed it.
Fuck you guys for listening for the
Fuck
last
y'all.
time of the year.
Even though
Fuck you all.
nobody's listening, let's be real.
Nobody's listening. Someone's listening.
Maybe you'll come back to the VOD.
They'll come back to the VOD.
They're like, oh shit, I missed the live.
Damn it!
I was too busy
that
celebrating New Year's
sucks.
with my family. I didn't
My
catch
favorite YouTube account. My favorite podcast.
Can you imagine we're somebody's favorite YouTube account?
They're out there.
There's
dude.
no way.
There is at least
We have
one
6
person.
viewers.
Keep it positive.
I
Keep
don't
it
want
positive. Look at that. That logo is hope.
That is.
That's peak. I made that logo in graphic design.
What is that? What does the MP stand for? It stands for hope.
Military police.
Military police.
Misfortune.
Mid podcast is what it stands for.
The midcast. The Mid-Fortune podcast.
The Mid-Fortune podcast.
Listen, oh, I can't wait until NFR calls us that one day.
Oh my god, fucking Chipmunk dude's like, yeah, the Mid-Fortune podcast called us out again. Yeah, bro, every time I turn on their fucking podcast, I just want to shoot myself, bro. Like,
Literally, dude.
on God.
They'll be like, yeah, I just want to fucking kill myself with like
Hey,
all my family.
They're ahead in the game, though. Anthony Fantano's coming on there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Let's go.
The collaboration.
Anthony.
So now we have beef with the Melon as well.
Wait, Anthony Fantano's with him?
No,
Or
he's
against
gonna
him?
be on a episode or something.
Oh fuck. We need to get on there and show them our takes.
We do. Even though, bro, they've listened to so many more albums than us.
Oh, 100%. I don't listen to albums. We are the movie.
Hey, let's see
version.
them on movies.
We
though.
are the movie version.
I bet
of
they got
them.
some ass movie takes, bro.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
Oh, 100%. I can just pull it up on here.
No, I'm gonna play it away.
Okay. I guess that's our cue to say, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Misfortune Podcast. Fuck you guys for listening. Joey's playing L on his. He's slowly turning it up.
It's fading in. Fade in. Goodbye.
Alright,
No,
guys.
we should have played it on your speaker.
No.
This has been the Misfortune
This is the
Podcast.
Misfortune Podcast.
Fuck
This
you
is
for
the Misfortune-
listening.
No, just- This is peak.
It is. It should be peaking.
Bullshit level,
This has been the Misfortune Podcast. We hope you guys
Goodbye.
have a new,
Go fuck
a
yourselves.
good New Year. Go fuck yourself. We'll see you in the Bleach episode. Goodbye.